But first, our top story at 5. The Supreme Court has ruled President Trump's sweeping global tariffs illegal. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Elle Thomas.
I'm Monique Minglava. Now, in this 6-3 majority opinion written by Chief Justice John Roberts, he emphasized the power to enact tariffs like these must be clearly granted by Congress. The emergency authority the president relied on, quote, falls short.
The Supreme Court's ruling on tariffs is deeply disappointing.
Now, this specifically applies to reciprocal tariffs. It does not prevent sector-specific tariffs under certain trade laws, like for steel, copper, or aluminum. The president also announcing a 10% global tariff today. He intends to enact that by executive order.
Thousands of dollars and thousands of jobs have been on the line in Washington because of those tariffs. But is there any hope of getting that money back?
Yeah.
So we do have team coverage on the decision, beginning with KIRO 7's Brandon Thompson digging into that question for us. So, Brandon, you're live at the Port of Tacoma. Things have certainly been slower there.
It has. Washington relies so much on trade, and the Northwest Seaport Alliance says ship traffic has dropped nearly 15% here at the Port of Tacoma and the Port of Seattle. Now, businesses are hoping this relief is here to stay. At the KIRO headquarters,
we have a stable playing field. We can do great.
Today has been a feeling.
Boy, I woke up to probably 100 texts.
Not felt in a long time.
The tariffs have meant just a yo-yo of chaos, trying to run a business.
Barry Barr is the founder of the clothing company KIRO. He says for his products, he first had to pay tariffs on the fabric, then where it came from.
You know, it's more than 3/4 of the cost. We're paying duties in it to get it in. So now this is $110 instead of $80.
The cost was one thing.
The stability is what we need across anything.
Several Washington businesses told me the lack of stability meant putting off hiring and putting off expansions. Numbers from the governor's budget office estimating the state would have lost 31,000 jobs in 3 years, as the U.S. Treasury Department reports it collected more than $130 billion in tariff revenue.
It would stand to reason that if those tariffs were collected illegally, that the companies that paid them are entitled to a refund.
Businesses I spoke with are already taking legal action. The Century Foundation says the average Washingtonian paid $2,000 in tariffs, but because neither the White House nor the Supreme Court have said anything about refunds, it's not clear if they'll get any of that back from the federal government.
The ball is really in this administration's court to figure out how they're going to make Americans who paid this over the last year whole.
If Barry gets a refund,
we'd look at items that got too expensive and bring them back down to where they were.
He plans to spread the love.
If the tariffs stay away, it's going to be a huge positive for this country. I mean, everyone's going to feel amazing and empowered to get back to doing business normal.
Before today's ruling, the Trump administration floated the idea about $2,000 dividend checks from tariff revenue being sent to Americans. You will notice that is a similar amount to the average amount Washingtonians have paid in tariffs. But just like the refunds, the future of those dividend checks are uncertain right now. Live in Tacoma, Brandon Thompson, KIRO 7 News.